Guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's good. Yeah, I've been a bit quiet on the tubes recently. Just the videos I have done have just sort of been, I guess, gameplay and stuff. I've just not been buying quite as much, but I have got quite a big parcel here, all the way from, you guessed it, Japan. So yeah, I've been basically I ordered this stuff a little while ago. It's taken a little bit of time to get here, and it was a bundle, so I thought, right, well, we'll have that. And there was some stuff that I already had, but it was worth it, I think, for the ones that I don't. And I'm getting quite close now to a full set, so everything's just kind of been thrown in, bundled in. And usually it's packed really well, but this time, yeah, it's not been packed ever so well, but it's still okay. It's had all this sort of stuff in it, so I think we're all right. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to show you guys what they are. Some of the names, because they're exclusives, some of the names are going to be a bit, I'll try not to butcher them. But yeah, anyway, we'll crack on. So the first one out of the bag is Aztec Adventure. So this is one of the ones I definitely needed. It's going to be a bit of a lottery whether they've got the manuals or not, because on the auction, this was kind of all I saw. All of the pictures of I'll try to, if I can, I'll try to put just here the picture of what I saw, and that was kind of it. So yeah, there were I can't remember. What I knew a couple had manuals, but I don't know if they all did. I think the quality of some of these might be questionable. We shall see. But we've got a game. That's a good start, and we got a manual in there as well. So these are definitely not old new stock or anything. Like the tabs in there are, you know, they're well bent, they're play games, but still, for a cardboard game, very, very good condition. You know, we've said it before, but the Japanese certainly know how to take care of their stuff. If this had been some little shit over here, me no doubt, you know, the cardboard would have just gone in the bin, probably. So yeah, really nice actually. Yeah, really pleased with that, and it's one that I needed. So getting trickier and trickier to find this one on the Mark III, and the art is just, yeah, the artwork is quite nice. It's quite nice that the Golden Road to Paradise, it's just a little bit, and you can see just there, that bit's in English, so that's quite cool. So there's the first one. So we've got Aztec Adventure. Get in. So yeah, pleased to have that. That was definitely one of the ones that I needed. I've not decided what I'll do with the doubles yet. I might sell them. I dare say in the group there'll be a few lads that'll have them. I'll probably be able to do them for a bit of a deal. So here's a double that I've already got, and it's Alex Kidd in Miracle World. See, I picked this one up last year. I can already see it's in okay condition, not mint or anything, but the artwork on it is just really good, you know. So we've got inside the game, of course, and we have a manual. So okay, so this is one of those manuals, we've talked about this before, but the barcode has been cut out of the back, and they did that not mindless vandalism, but Sega offered certain gifts or vouchers, and they wanted, as proof that you'd bought it, they wanted the barcode off the back. So occasionally you do see on some of these Mark III games the barcode missing off the back. It's quite a nice little story actually, that I think is quite cool. But for the, you know, the complete collector, this copy might not have been for them. I mean, it's not an issue for me. Like I say, I've already got it, and that's a shame. So we're missing one of the flaps there as well. So everything else is all in order, but missing one of the flaps. And you don't want loose flaps. I'll tell you that now. That is enough to give anybody the right ump. Right, so moving on. That's Alex Kidd in Miracle World. So yeah, I might move that one on. I don't need to. So that's that one. I'm going to try and get through this video as quick as I can. We're already 5 minutes in. I've only bloody showed 2 games. Right. Ease. So again, another one on the Master System we got over in the West. It's not a Japanese exclusive. This copy is in really nice condition though. And it is a harder one to find. But again, I've already got this one. Gosh, it's really stiff. So that is... that looks almost new, that one. So they are of mixed quality, these ones. Much better quality than the Alex Kidd one that we had. And it's got the manual. So the manual is a different colour of this one. It is genuine, don't worry. It's not like a dodgy rip-off or whatever. There's some really nice little pieces of art in because you do need the manual to play this game, a lot of it. But yes, that's Ease. Really lovely condition. Looks like it's possibly not been opened before. Possible that it's not been played before is what I mean. So that's in really nice nick. Yeah, that's getting quite difficult to find now. Even on the Japanese auctions, you don't see it, like, it's not one of them that you see constantly. And when you do, yeah, it's not one of the cheaper ones. I'll put the manual in carefully in just a minute when we're done. Okay, so it is quite a big bundle, so I'm going to try and rattle through these a little better. Now, I watched a video on this one just this week, one of the Jeremy Parish Sega Iden episodes. I'm going to try not to butcher the name. Oh, I can't remember the name now. I will... I don't want to say it wrong, but it's something, don't laugh, Sega shite. What did he just say? But yeah, it is. I'll put the name up here and you'll realise, oh yeah, so it is. And the gameplay, it's just like, it's a bit like a very, it's an RPG, so to speak, but it's like a very early playable story or a narrative game where you just pick certain options and it comes out with like a choose your own adventure story. And Jeremy Parish, to be fair, did a really good Sega Iden episode of it. So I definitely recommend you check that out if you're interested. But something Saga Shiite, you probably pronounce it. I don't know. My Japanese is not great. But there's the back there. And again, it looks in really nice condition. This was, of course, a Japanese exclusive. We never got it over here. So if you're interested in the games that just came out in Japan, then, you know, it's another one for you. And again, this one's got the manual. So I'm doing okay for manuals so far. Okay, so we'll get that one back in there. And I'll do the manual on that one again in a minute as well. Right. Yeah, we do have some games to get through. Okay, so... 3 guesses what this one is. So yeah, so again, this is one of the ones, it's one of the doubles. I've already got it. This one looks in really nice condition. And it is, of course, Rocky. So just fighting Ivan Drago on the back there in the gameplay. So yeah, again, looks in really nice condition. And we've got a manual that isn't mint, so it's definitely been played, this one. The manual isn't mint or anything, but nothing cut out the back or whatever, so, you know, quite nice. And one of the flaps is folded, but yeah, there you go. Does have both good flappage. So I can, do you know, I can't believe that's an ice cream lady, ice cream van that I can hear. They got some front on them. My kids go berserk for them. And yeah, just, you know, what are we in, like the middle of March? And, you know, bloody ice cream van. What are you thinking? I mean, I suppose they got to earn a living, haven't they? Okay, so we've got another one here. I think this is Astro Warrior. And I'm just looking at the back here. Yeah, it is Astro Warrior. So you can see there from the back there, all the tiles and stuff. So yeah, Astro Warrior. Not in amazing nick or anything. But we'll just see if it's got everything inside. It does. Again, the manual's a bit folded over there. Looks like it's slightly torn, but you can fold that back over and give it a Tootie UK style iron. And there's the game there in nice condition. So yeah, not in like mint condition or anything, and a bit faded on the back there. But yeah, I tell you what, how good is Astro Warrior? I know my buddy Andy absolutely loves this game from back in the day, and I think I've never actually finished it. So many people say, oh, it's easy, there's only 4 levels. I'm like, yeah. So I always get to the end of the first level and shoot the Zanoni guy, revive Zanoni, surely. And then I get onto the first part where the music changes of level 2, and you've got all the meteors falling, and a lot of the time they just cane all my lives straight away. So, but yeah, so there we are. We've got Astro Warrior. Right, we have Space Harrier. So this is one that I needed. I actually asked my buddy Kev to put this to one side for me, and then obviously I won this bundle, and I said, oh, really sorry mate, I just won a bundle, I think it's got it in. And to be fair, Kev, he was absolutely good as gold. He was like, yeah, don't worry about it, it's fine. So so yeah, thanks Kev, that's really cool of you. I actually had the 3D version already. This is just the standard version of Space Harrier. So whilst we got both versions in the West, you got both versions in Japan as well. It's not in amazing condition or anything, but you know, I don't mind. I'm not bothered about all of that. Again, the manual, there's a bit of folding there at the bottom there, but it's fine for what I need it for, which is just to, you know, look nice on the shelf. So and yeah, there's the game. Absolutely stunning art, isn't it? The Japanese art for this game. Fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, I'll probably be trying to play some of these at some point. Okay, we're getting through them now. Okay, so this one is, trying to remember, Sakiban Decker? Sakiban Decker 2, I think, which is another Japanese exclusive. It's about, and a few of the games are a bit weird, a bit Japanese, you know, where you're at high school and you do certain bits and pieces and that. I've already got this one. I picked up my copy, one of the few copies I got lucky enough to find out in the wild. So I picked it up at one of the Blackpool Play Expos a few years ago. But yeah, this is my double copy here now, and again, I don't need 2 copies, so again I'll probably move it on. Just it's in the, one of the flaps is bent again, but it does have both of them. So yeah, it'd be nice. And I know my buddy Andy has just finished his set, I believe, but it'd be quite nice if there is anybody else that watches the channel, that watches the videos, that's also collecting any Mark III stuff. And if you are, then, you know, let me know in the comments, or find me on Twitter or something, or X as it is now, and just say, oh, I need that one. So so yeah, another nice one, Japanese exclusive there. Okay, so we've got Fist of the North Star here. This is a, I guess you would call it a prequel to not Kung Fu Kid, Black Belt. And you can see the little Black Belt-esque stuff there. It is a slightly different game to what we got over here in the West, a bit scaled down. And it's got this really cool box art on the front here. That is from Fist of the North Star, which was quite a famous Japanese anime at the time. So Sega, they possibly had already done the game, I don't know, but they got them the license, and the rest is history. It's one that I already own, so I got my copy from Kev quite a while ago now. It's one of the very first ones that I got. Okay, so the manual has definitely seen better days, and we've actually got some sellotape along the spine here, which isn't great. And the box is a bit beaten up. You can see there's a chunk. I'll try and show you as good as I can. You can see, it's taken out at the top there. And yeah, it just looks like it's been a bit crushed. But again, I mean, a bit of 2 UK style ironing and you'd probably be okay. Although the cartridge, again, looks like it's... Can you see a line across there if I catch it in the light? You'll have to look quite close. But it looks like it's maybe been crushed or stepped on, maybe. But look, when you buy these bundles, that's how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. And again, no flaps. It's been brutalised. So yeah, no flaps at all on that one. So that's not good. But again, might do somebody if they're going for like or they just like the box art. It is, I'll be really honest, it is one that is getting trickier to find, and it's not cheap when you do. So if you fancied a cheaper copy, I could probably do a little dip. Sorry, I'm not. It's not a sales pitch. It's not one of those videos. But anyway, if you're interested, give me a shout. Okay, so we have another one of the school type ones, and it is a Japanese exclusive. Trying to think of the name. High School Kimungi? Is it High School? Trying to remember the name. High School Kim Jong-uni? I'm butchering it. It's something like that. Again, I'll put the name up here, and you'll be able to see what it is. So there's a little Japanese sticker there, which I don't know. It might say Sega or something in Japanese. I can't remember if I need this or not. I may do, so I'll need to check. Again, the manual definitely used, and there's a bit of foldage there, but it's fine for what I need it for, which is to sit on a shelf. I do like the little bits of art or illustrations that you get on these. They're pretty cool. The cartridge looks in really nice condition actually as well. So yeah, I'll check if I need it. I don't know. Got one of the flaps missing, unfortunately, but I got that many games now in this collection that they're basically new. That I'm not bothered that I've got a few that are a bit rough around the edges. I'm probably, when I finish up, going to end up getting them little acrylic cases that you can get that they just sit in, and you can pick them up on eBay. So I'll probably pick some of those up for all of them, and they're going to look really nice, all shiny and that and glossy. Okay, and we got the last one of the first bag. The second bag is much smaller, and we've got another Japanese exclusive, Anmitsu Jaime, I think it's called. And yeah, again, it's going to be like quite story focused, point A to point B, that sort of thing. Yeah, I definitely don't have this one, so it's another one off the list. Let's see if we've got a manual. We do have a manual, so that's good. Manual's not in bad condition at all, actually. A little bit of foldage at the bottom, just where people put them back in. You've got to be so careful, because there's not a lot of space in there, really. Even the flap has been folded over there, so You've got to be so careful with them, and if you're not, then yeah, you get things fold over, either a flap or a corner of a manual there. So we'll soon sort that out with an iron. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's the ice cream van. Middle of March. You couldn't make it up. It's bloody freezing, it is. Although I'm only in a t-shirt, so it's not too bad, to be fair. Right, so that's the first bag done. And we've got the second bag here. So we have, and I've already bought this one, but we have a slightly squashed Alex Kidd BMX Trials. We have a manual, and we have a game. So it doesn't have the paddle controller in there, which I think I knew. I could see on the photograph there was no paddle controller on there, but you can actually pick them up sometimes for quite cheap, and then you would just put it in there, I guess. So like I say, I do already have one, but that, once it's ironed, you won't see any of that anyway. So whether I keep, it would be quite cool just to have two. Mine, I think, is slightly sun faded. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, I might keep that. I don't know. I might sell it. I'll see how I feel. I might wait until I pick up a paddle controller on my next shipment. Do I say my next order? Get this all looking all like straight and ironed and that, and then I might be able to move it on, maybe on eBay or something, or if any of the lads want it on the group or whatever, I'm sure they'll let me know. So the next one, we've got another big box here, which is Fantasy Star, which again, another one I already had. This looks in quite nice condition, although one of the flaps is a bit folded there. But we've got a map. Don't think I had a map in mine, so I might have to swap that out. And we've got the cartridge there with the box art with Alice, which looks awesome, and we've got a manual there. So yeah, a bit folded there, but that'll be okay, I think. Yeah, you can just see a fold in it, but yeah, looks okay. It looks like my other one, I think, has a plastic thing inside it, like a tray, I suppose you'd call it, to fit everything in. So, but this map's quite interesting. Let's have a look at this, because I don't... Did this come with a magazine, I think? It didn't come with the game, but with a magazine. I know Beep magazine was quite popular at the time in Japan. I don't think the game came with anything. I think I'm right in saying that, but you've got all of the dungeons there mapped out. I don't know if you can see. So that's definitely going to go in the collection. That looks class. I think that came with Beep magazine. I don't think they the maps came with the game. If I'm wrong, then tell me in the comments. If you know different, then yeah, let me know. Okay, we have one of the Tecmo Silvers, one of two third-party games. So this one, I don't know if you'll be able to see there, but this is, gosh, is it the Sorcerer's Key? Key of the Sorcerer? Might say on there. I can't bloody remember. I think it's the Sorcerer's Key. And yeah, Tecmo and Salmo. Well, Salmo, I think, ported it to the Master System. I can't bloody remember what it's called. I think it's called the Sorcerer's Key, or Solomon's Key. What am I talking? Solomon's Key. Solomon's Key. Right. Okay. So Solomon's Key. I know a couple of you would have been shouting at the telly then. Solomon's Key, you plonker. So yeah, it looks in really, really nice condition. No folds or anything. And the box, really nice condition. That could be new old stock. That is in really nice. It's been dropped there, just on the back there, if you can see it. But that looks in really nice nick. So that's a nice one. And another one that's getting harder and harder to get hold of. So yeah, the other one of course is Rygar. So if you got that, then full marks to go to the top of the class. So so yeah, maybe you have Rygar already and you want the other silver one. Again, I don't need two, so yeah, give us a shout. Okay, and we're now getting to the last few. So we've got the Ninja. Really interesting box art on this one, and of course the Ninja's very well known over here as well. It's a little bit rough around the edges. Oh, more than a bit rough. Look, there's a hole there, look. Ugh. So but again, quite nice, you know, facing forward. And again, we've got nice manual there, little bit folded there, and there's actually a crack in the cartridge just there. You see it maybe. I'm sure it'll run fine, but yeah, just not in far from in new condition. So that's a bit of a shame. But again, for, you know, I didn't buy the bundle for that game. It's just, you know, great that I've got another copy, I guess. Okay, so we have Super Wonder Boy, and this is one of the games that I needed for the collection. The box is a little beaten up, but again, after a little iron, it's probably going to be fine. And we've got a manual, so that's good. Got a manual, and the game itself looks in really nice condition. So so yeah, really pleased with that actually. That looks really nice, and the box art of Super Wonder Boy is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, really pleased with that. And we've got both flaps. There you go. So that is a right result. So we'll pop that one in there and try and get the manual back in there. So yeah, so that is one of the ones that when I saw it I was like, ah, okay, that's one we want. So another one, and I think out of the bundle there were about 5 that I needed. So to get 5 altogether this late in the collection is a bit of a result. So we've also got another Alex Kidd game. I think it's Alex Kidd Lost Stars. There's the back there. I think it's Lost Stars. Yeah, box art looks insane. I remember Pedder bought about, I'm sure Pedder bought about 3, maybe even like 4 copies of that. And I don't know what he might have sold them, I don't know. But yeah, this looks in really nice condition. I think my copy that I've already got's in nice condition anyway. But yeah, so we've got, again, manual. I don't know if we had one that didn't have the manual yet. So I've been really lucky actually. They've all had the manuals. And this one is in like really, really nice condition. So yeah, so I got both Alex Kidd games, so that's okay. That's a bit of a result. And like I say, the box art is brilliant. Okay, so a bit of a bad one here. This is one of the, oh, okay, all right. So we've got, oh, someone's tried to sellotape that. I'll show you, hang on. So there's a sellotape mark there, you can see it has just come off, which I would have pulled it off anyway. You can actually fix these so that they go back on. And you just need, there you go, that way. And you just need a little bit of patience, and I'm sure I'm sure Stu, when he does his, Tootie that is, I'm sure he uses wood glue. So I might be able to get like in there, I might be able to get a little bit of cardboard that goes across and wood glue it in. And then, yeah, so that's the first one we've had with no manual, unfortunately. And it is one of the Fantasy Zone games, of course. There are like 3 or 4 Fantasy Zone or Opa games, as they call them. I think I might have this one, I don't know. I'll need to check. There is still a Fantasy Zone game that I need, but I don't know which one it is. I need to check the spreadsheet. But yeah, that looks like it might be Fantasy Zone 2, is that maybe? I'm not a Fantasy Zone aficionado, so I'll need to go and check. But yeah, but if I've already got it, then that'll be sold for cheap. That one, I think. Okie dokie, just slide that back in there. And then the last game is Bubble Bobble. And this was the one that leapt out at me when I saw it. There was a picture. If I've remembered to put the picture in, then you'll see. But it was kind of like poking out at the top with just that showing. I was like, oh my god, I know what that is. So, so yeah, it says Bubble Bobble on it. Brilliant box art, and it's a brilliant game. It's kind of the last really hard game to find that I had. And it is in fantastic condition. I'm actually struggling to find a single blemish on it. So it might be new old stock, potentially. I don't know. But really nice condition. Let's open it up and take a look. So the flaps are really stiff. Manual in close to mint condition. Luckily, because they've all been folded a bit, haven't they? But there's a little bit of folding there. So it's not mint. But yeah, really nice condition. No fading on anything either. And not a blemish on the box. So yeah. And that, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. Much longer video than I thought it was going to be. I think that is everything, yeah. So yeah, Bubble Bobble, the last one. So that's it, guys. Thanks ever so much for bearing with. I know it was a longer video. It's quite a big bundle that I managed to find in Japan. And I don't know where it puts me. I think there were 5 knocked off the list. So I've got 9, 10, 11 to find, maybe. Not many. So we're nearly there. Now I've got this one out of the way. Yeah, the end is in sight. So guys, that's it. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get the set finished off, not as quick as I can, but with it being the Master System's 40th anniversary this year, I would like to try and finish the set off this year if I can. But I'm in no huge rush. You know, if I don't, I don't. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, so I am also working on some other bits for later in the year, with it being the 40th anniversary. So, you know, looking forward to releasing some other content and stuff that I'm working on at the moment. But look, I shan't waffle too much. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will speak to you soon. Cheers.